It's twice as nice for the Penn Kingsmen, winning back-to-back state championships here tonight, and even though he won it last year, it still doesn't feel real for Cooper Holmes. Going to state is always special for the community, but this one means a little bit more for New Carlisle. If the Cougars win on Friday, it would mark the first state championship in school history. Within the safety room, there's a lot of experience at Notre Dame, but they also added 2 new transfers this offseason, Thomas Harper from Oklahoma State and Antonio Carter from Rhode Island. Those 2 guys leaned on each other to get acclimated in South Bend. This is where students normally line up, right by the gates of Assembly Hall. They were prepped to wait in freezing temperatures all morning and afternoon. But it got moved inside here to the Gladstein Fieldhouse, and the students could not be more appreciative. But it's not just the relationship with the teammates that's so special, it's also the relationship with the alums. Seeing all the alums come back for race day is one of the most exciting parts of the day for Eleanor. Indiana had the ball down 2 though with 23 seconds left. Trey Galloway, who already had a career-high 28 points, took a go-ahead 3 from right here, but the shot just didn't go. It wasn't just Trace Jackson Davis, it was all 3 of Indiana's senior starters. TJD, Race Thompson, and Miller Kopp led the Hoosier offense tonight, scoring 57 of their 71 total points. Jalen Hood Schifino. He was 1 for 14 at Maryland on Tuesday. Today, 8 for 15. He was stone cold in the second half and hit the shot that iced the game for the Hoosiers. Cameron Hayworth developed into one of the most dynamic players in the Big Ten as a sophomore. However,
I actually wasn't sure that I liked volleyball at first. I played a lot of different sports growing up. I played basketball, soccer, literally 6 sports.
Hayworth's sister sparked her interest in volleyball. Their relationship on the court was not perfect.
It was very strange. Her and I didn't like each other when we first started, but the more we got to play with each other, the more it was a good bond.
Now, playing with Indiana, her teammates have an interesting nickname for her.
A term they use to describe me is spider monkey.
And what does spider monkey mean?
That I'm very just all over the place. I don't know. I fly around.
Head coach Steve Aird has high praise for her game.
She's one of the best athletes I've ever coached. She's one of the most competitive kids I've ever coached, and she can do a lot of stuff.
While Hayworth is one of the best Big Ten setters here at the net, she's also one of the best servers in the conference here at the service line, and her strategy, well, it's pretty simple.
Hit it hard. That's it.
Hayworth's impact spans off the court. NIL entered the college sports landscape, and she signed a deal with Hoosiers for Good, a partnership with charity organizations in Indiana.
So I actually got to go to a women's build for Habitat for Humanity, which was my first big project with them, and it was really great just getting to meet all these women out in the community and help build a house for some people.
As one of the more involved athletes in NIL at Indiana, Hayworth sees name, image, and likeness changing the future of college athletics.
I think it will be more beneficial within the next coming years now that more companies are branching out with it, but I think it's been really cool getting the athletes involved with other businesses in the community.
Delta Gamma has placed in the top 5 in the Women's Little 500 the past 7 races, including winning the race in 2021.
Powwow. Secret powwow.
What makes this team special? It's the relationships the riders have together.
All we want to do really is spend time with each other. We all joke that we get separation anxiety as soon as we walk and go to our separate rooms and stuff.
The tight-knit relationship includes their coach as well, who rode with Eleanor when Delta Gamma won in 2021.
It's honestly a lot of fun, especially whenever I get to see her, just because whenever I was a sophomore and she was my captain, we became so close because we were spending so much time together. So it's just whenever I get to see her, we have so much fun together.
This relationship dynamic helps Catherine be a better coach.
They're just my friends, and it's good to know them well because then I think they feel comfortable talking to me and coming to me with things. Also just makes the whole team dynamic really fun when I can call each of them my friends as well.
But it's not just the relationship with the teammates that's so special, it's also the relationship with the alums. Seeing all the alums come back for race day is one of the most exciting parts of the day for Eleanor.
They're just so fun and crazy and so awesome to be around.
Given Delta Gamma's success in the race, there is also pressure to perform that comes along with it.
Our coaches always say to us, they don't put pressure on us to stress us out or anything. They always put pressure on us to motivate us because they know that we can do well.
For IU Newsnet, I'm Josh Bode. MLB teams are getting back into action this weekend after the All-Star break. The White Sox didn't start the second half strong, losing 9-0 last night. They look to bounce back tonight. You would think the White Sox would have trouble today with Strider on the mound. Not the case. Jake Berger takes him deep with an Oppo Taco, giving the Sox the lead in the sixth, 5-4. Fast forward to the bottom of the ninth, Ronald Acuna Jr. bomb to nearly the exact same spot out in right field, cuts the lead in half, and man, he is so much fun to watch. Then, with 2 runners on, Sean Murphy, broken bat ground ball, and what a play by Tim Anderson. Steps on second base, rifles it to first, he gets the game-ending double play, and the White Sox hand the Braves their first home loss since June 11th, 6-5 the final. For the first time since 2012, Indiana volleyball took down Purdue, and they did it in front of a sellout crowd at Wilkinson Hall, beating the attendance record they set against Nebraska just a couple weeks ago. Wheelchair basketball is back. On October 2nd, IU had its first wheelchair basketball session of the year. Both those that are wheelchair users in their everyday life and those that are not are welcome to play. Police arrested an Indiana basketball 5-star recruit over the weekend. Police arrested freshman forward Mackenzie Mbako at a Bloomington Taco Bell on misdemeanor charges of resisting arrest and criminal trespass. The prosecutor's office has since dropped the resisting arrest charge,